September 20th, 2017, and the weather war continues. I just want to point out a couple shapes here. There we'll go right in the middle of the screen. You see that arc shape, and you see a couple extra ones pop up right after it. Now this happened in Mexico too, at one point. Right there, you see it. Like on the 18th, I believe. And then, well, anyways, then you had another earthquake there. That's the second week. But I want you to remember that arc shape. And we'll move on. We'll go to a visible. We'll just take a look around North America here. As you can see, this stuff, it's all wrapping up into Canada. It's wrapping back up west. That was all like a shitstorm in Minnesota and South Dakota last night. And then we'll go down here to look at this. We'll zoom out at arc shape and them, the parallel lines. You can see it shoot right up here, right up the middle, right up towards Mexico City. We'll watch it again. And you can even see the clouds jump around after these pulses. Just look at the center of the screen, watch the lines. Shooting right up. But remember this spot in Mexico, because these are where these earthquakes have been happening. And this is where a lot of water vapor generation's been happening on land, etc., etc. And note the nice smooth edge on Jose there on the west side. We'll move on. Go next to and all that. I can look up in the sky and tell if I'm got high pressure on us. But yeah, look at the nice smooth edge there on Jose. And you can see them dry areas of high pressure right surrounding it perfectly. Holding it in place. It's slightly moving. It looks like it's going to the coast. It's hard to tell. Look at that nice angle there. And then we'll move on. This is the third degree week Maria there, which headed straight for a next rad, right where the eye is right now. We'll get to that. And you can see the water vapor generation from land there on Cuba through Mexico. There's this one place you could see, I believe it was right here. You'll see them lay a trail and it just blow up into part of the storm. Maybe it wasn't right there. It was down further. Yeah, I think it was down here. Yeah, you can see them lay a trail, right? Yeah, right there. Alright, we'll move on to another visible feed. I was hoping it wasn't going to load, but deal with it. You can see something right now popping up. This is still that tail end of the shit storms that were in Minnesota and last night. They're still adding to it, and it's wrapping back around west. You can see the EMF patterns like there. We got vapor generator. Going to visible this case, and you can tell the high pressure's on here, smashing up, and you'll get them EMF patterns. And then we're talking about the earthquakes. We're going to look at, I guess this is ocean current and sea surface temperature. My friend Daryl pointed this out to me. And then I was reading something about how they cut off the Gulf Stream after the BP oil spill. And so the current ain't running out of the Gulf no more to feed warmer water up. But you can tell where it's all kind of all there, that pink spot. Now the first earthquake to happen in Mexico happened right in the center where that circle is. And this one that just happened, what was it, today or yesterday? Happened on land, but a little bit further northwest in Mexico City. So that's something to keep in mind. And then, see what the Jose's doing. We have pressure on us today and Cumberland, Maryland. Well, really up the eastern seaboard. Keeping high pressure on to keep Jose off the vapor generation there. That's after the next rads go down. Then them clouds pop. And the next rads are still kind of down right now. But they'll balloon back up all together about 8:45 p.m. We'll look at the whole country's next rad activity. This one and Nevada. Yeah, it is. And you see how that one, it's like a beam shoots out, and then that beam originated. Now that happens an awful lot down here, next rad in Houston. It will shoot out these beams, and then storms will pop up right at the end of them. We made a good video on that, explaining the lasers. Because there's these, I think these certain NEXRADs, certain of them, they're able to do more stuff than other ones. And they're supposedly made to all of them by 2020. So they'll probably all be doing this laser beam shit looking here. If we make it that far. My sky, when I say I'm under high pressure, I have been for a few days now. These hurricanes. And we get these smashed looking, smashed looking harp clouds. That's today. That's just now. That was earlier. And now this is yesterday. Filth. Smashed looking clouds there and there. A couple days ago. And then we'll go to my Facebook page because I want to, yeah, it's got to load. Go figure. Memes. There's some damage that's today. It looks atrocious. Here's Rico. We'll go down and look at where that is. It's right where that black circle is on the picture on the right. And you can see them shooting out from it. But the eye of Maria went straight for the NEXRAD, went right over top of it. And that's the earthquake from yesterday. But other than that, that's, I think I